Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Yo, what's good, people? This is Trackstar, the DJ of Run the Jewels, and you're listening to the homies over at Zero Dark Nerdy.
All right, out there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the world's most notorious pop culture podcast. This is your boy Brian, a.k.a. El Nino, and today I'm joined with
everybody.
Mateo, a.k.a. Don Mega, a.k.a. your casual genius.
And it's Jerry, a.k.a. Don, son of Jer-El.
Nice.
Ryan Saber, Captain Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Indians, a.k.a. Cleveland baseball team. CLE till I die.
Is that what their name is now?
Well, they're going away from the Indians moniker totally. They've removed Chief Wahoo. This is going to be the last season that they're referred to as the Indians, and technically the team's trying to distance themselves from it. So you will hear me refer to them as the Cleveland baseball team. They will most likely be the Spiders. The three that are
Spider, you stuttering
Spider,
fucking
well,
prick you.
There's three names that are really being talked about. It's the Spiders, the Guardians, and the Avengers. I have a personal favorite. But I don't think we're gonna have an. It'll probably be the Spiders because that was the team's original name. Anyways, let's talk about what
I'm scared of spiders, so yeah, that's a thing.
So today's episode. That's right. We got 4 of the original 5 horsemen here in the studio. Jordan is working a double today. Big shout out to our boy Jordan Brown out there. We are going to be talking about all things Justice League, the Snyder Cut. We finally have gotten to see his vision of the movie, all 4 hours of it.
Fucking A.
So I'm going to go ahead and start with my man to the right, Matthew Feliciano.
Ooh, thank you. Let's have it.
And let's get into it.
Specifically made time for this to make sure that everybody knows how much I fucking love this movie. And it's not as terrible as people thought it would be. I came into it saying, damn, at least we already know what half of it is, right? We already know what 2 hours of it is. Right. But we don't, because it was a brand new movie.
So much more.
It was a brand new movie.
Yeah.
So much more. Thank God for Darkseid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this now. We don't have to talk about it. Darkseid is going to kick Thanos' ass any day.
Ooh.
9 times out of 10.
Ooh.
Anyway, let's keep going.
That is definitely a debate for later.
So, like, every scene was a movie in itself almost.
Mm-hmm.
The way, and it was at points it was too dramatic.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And very, like, the slow-mo was super slow-mo.
A lot of slow-mo.
A lot of slow-mo.
Too much slow-mo. The only slow-mo you should see is Barry Allen, like when he's going
Right.
fast. That's it.
Yeah, but they even overdid that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of weird music choices.
Some of it was really hot.
Agreed. We're already
So,
gonna be hitting
but hold
that
on.
point.
Some of it was hot though. Like the
Some of
song
it was
that they
hot.
played when he saved the girl very early on in the car accident.
Iris.
Yeah.
That shit was dope. I was like, damn, who is this?
Yeah, but then Aquaman had a song when he was going to the water.
Which wasn't too bad either.
You like that shit?
Yeah, it was okay with the waves splashing up and shit.
Yeah,
that wasn't too bad.
The people in the village were singing
Too
it.
bad.
No,
Oh my God.
no, that was the first song.
Oh, yeah,
that was
the
something else.
Bjork
Another
song
one?
or whatever.
Yeah,
It sounded like Bjork, man.
Yeah.
Man,
And she's
they
from
sing it like
Iceland,
Bjork.
isn't she?
Yeah.
Isn't she from
Yeah,
Iceland?
yeah.
So that
After,
makes sense.
after he saved the dude and took the bottle of whiskey and he's walking down the pier drinking it,
Gotcha.
the waves are
They
splashing.
were-
Super slow
playing
motion,
song.
and there was
Yeah, it
some
was.
weird ass song.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the White Stripes Icky Thump like in the original version, but we'll keep.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And much like the original version. Well, what do we
Thanks,
say?
Joss.
That doesn't even exist anymore. Like, let's not refer to that.
Right.
This movie stands on its own.
Football might be over, but NBA, college basketball, and the NHL are in full swing. And the only place you should be betting on these sports is at betonline.ag. BetOnline covers awards, TV shows, and reality TV. BetOnline has hundreds of props with real-time odds on almost anything you can imagine. And of course, the 24-hour online casino. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. That's betonline.ag. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts.
4 hours is a lot, but it all made sense somehow, is the way I see it. Again, every scene was like its own little movie clip. But I didn't mind it at the end. Steppenwolf is still Steppenwolf to me.
Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
He was tolerable in this version, I think.
I liked the look of him much better.
yeah, they changed his suit. Yeah.
He looked a little too fake the last time, the last go round. This, I mean, he's completely CG again, but he looks way better.
Yeah, I would
We were
liken
saying-
it to like Thanos early on from Guardians of the Galaxy when they
Like
showed
end
him-
credit shit?
yeah, end credit shit
Right.
to when he actually appeared in Infinity War. Just a different look, feel.
Yeah, well, they totally step up the CGI for
Yeah.
this movie, and the slow mo. I just keep going back to the slow mo.
You take out the slow mo, and it's maybe 3.5 hours.
Perhaps,
Exactly.
perhaps. The nightmare scene was amazing.
Looking.
Even though it was amazing looking.
Yeah.
Jared Leto's still Jared Leto in the Joker, like okay, but then they did nods to like Red Hood, Under the Red Hood, and like Injustice and shit when they were talking about
Yes,
like
they did.
when Darkseid took over Superman and
Yeah,
killed
that's
Aquaman
that's
and
straight
killed
from
Wonder-
the video game.
Wonder Woman's Beast. She killed it. Yeah.
She's hot for being 5,000 years old.
Hey, all them Amazons are hot.
Yeah, that's true.
The one swinging the hammers and shit.
Every man's a younger man.
Yo, with the 6-pack, the blonde.
You know which one? Yes,
bro. I was just like, God
She's
damn.
been working out.
that one. Yep.
I mean, I normally like mine girls a little softer, but you know, I would make an exception for her.
Thanks.
I think half the male population would.
Oh boy. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I loved it. I loved it for what it was. I'm not comparing it to the last shit because the last shit was shit. And it's all by happenstance that he didn't get to complete it in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was actually supposed to be 5 of them. This was number 3 out of 5. I sincerely doubt that's going to happen. Never say never,
Yeah.
but it's totally set up that way.
Yeah. Hopefully it will happen, but the only thing is he's already been on social media telling people in the next movie I would have done this.
Yeah.
In the third I would have done this. So that's
Right.
what makes me think it's not going to happen because he's already like spoiling it if it were to happen.
Yes and
he
no,
just-
I'm still trying to see that shit.
Oh yeah, I still want to see it visually, but I think he's given away a lot of what the second and third would be to follow this already just within, since the movie came out, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Thursday, yeah.
He finished his movie. First off, he got to finish his movie, and then those seeds were always going to be in there. He was seeding at the time. He was seeding the next installment of Flash and Aquaman and for all these characters, and so it kind of sucks because I don't think he's going to be in it. He says that he's done, and they might take those hints and roll with them, and they might do something completely different.
Right.
Well, once he hears this, like once he watches this,
Yeah.
he'll be back. He'll be back
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Just hit us up, Zach.
yeah.
Those guys are on to something.
Hit me on the hip.
Hit me on the hip. Oh, Jerry, what say you, man?
Well, we're doing positive things still, yeah?
Well, yeah, just overall thoughts.
Damn.
I know there's a few things that anger all of us, but yeah, we'll do overall thoughts and and things that you like. We'll start with that.
I'm a happy person.
It was amazing. I mean, apart from the length, I mean, you got to get over that, but it was vastly improved over what we got a few years ago. We got way more character development with Cyborg. We had a lot of cool, funny moments with Flash that we didn't have. The wieners flying everywhere. That was pretty funny.
hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs.
Doggy snacks.
Yes. Not a bag of dicks.
No.
There was dicks everywhere.
I totally expected him to put it on her face though, like in slow motion.
Yeah, it wasn't. That was a little weird.
If any one of us were Flash, that's what we would have done.
I was like, where is this going?
It's like they're just flying around a long time. let's see. The extended fight scenes were great. That first Wonder Woman scene was amazing.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing about, or one of the coolest things about the original release, and they stepped it up, and it was great. There was so much suspense. I thought one of those kids was going to get clipped.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
By Ruse Bolton.
right. It's just a dickhead.
Hold on, is it me or like when all those dudes were getting out of the van? Like I thought I saw Jason Statham like 4 different times. Like, there was a bunch of
They're
just
probably
like,
shooting another transporter at the same
I was
time.
going to say, it was in London, so I would not be
I was
surprised.
just like, guys, is that Jason? No, is that Jason? No, it's crazy. Watch for that.
We were talking about abs and like shreddedness. Did anybody check out Zeus in that?
I want to see his movie now.
No, those look like
dope.
CGI muscles to me.
That was, I mean, it looked like
It looked like 300.
It looked like a cheese grater.
Yeah.
What the hell?
The mighty hands of Zeus.
But you got to see Ares again in that scene from Wonder Woman.
Young
Looked
Ares.
the same with the fucking mustache still and everything.
And was that a Green Lantern?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
A very unimaginative
Yes.
Green Lantern.
That's why it was a little hard
was
to
Pogo.
recognize.
Yeah, it just shot a beam. Like it. Come on, man. You can do.
That's what it looked like.
You're 100% right.
I loved getting to see Apocalypse finally. The homeworld of Darkseid and his elite.
Granny goodness.
Yeah, we finally got to see some cool scenes. That was going to see their New Gods movie coming up too. Haven't heard much about that since it was announced, but it better still be coming because I want to see Mr. Miracle and Barda. Let's see. You know what? I did like.
Jerry, you know so much about fucking comic books.
I know a little.
It is shocking to me.
I mean, I'm a Marvel man, but
Like you never cease to amaze me when it comes to comic books. I love you, man.
Okay.
It's a love
I mean,
session.
go on.
Yeah, we haven't all been in the studio in a minute.
I
So a
love
lot of love.
Jerry.
A lot of love today.
I did like that they cut something stupid out of the movie, and that was that horrible siren thing. Remember in the first version, we saw Batman like tailing that one. God damn it, what are they called?
Parademon?
Parademons. Well, he was just tracking the one, and then he found out that the siren and was like, my ears hurt.
Yeah.
It hurts
Because that was
me.
like the beginning scene.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
they cut
But there
all
was that
shit
siren
out.
at the beginning in the prologue.
Right.
It,
but-
it wasn't really a siren. It was Superman, right? Making
yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his.
That's what awoke
his death
the mother
scream.
box.
Yeah.
But they cut that dumb shit out, and then they cut it out. They cut it out of the final fight too, where he was riding around in the Batmobile with a fucking siren going off. So that was really good on their part. I did like the water bubbles underwater so that they could.
Yes.
And then when they weren't in the bubbles, they were like. Which, that's what I would assume they sound like underwater.
Right. Yeah.
A really, really cool part was when Mira was sucking the water out of Steppenwolf for
Yeah.
a minute. That was really cool.
And did you notice in the epilogue or whatever, she was carrying, when they were in the wasteland, she was carrying around jugs of water with her because obviously, that's her weapon.
Right.
Yeah. Or she's super thirsty.
Right. Let me unscrew the cap and get you.
Hey, Bruce, you need some water? I'm right here if you need
Milk
me, Bruce.
was a bad choice.
But yeah, seeing Apocalypse was great. Seeing Desaad and Granny Goodness. I wanted them to do a little more, but I'm gonna go into stuff that I didn't like.
Is
that okay?
Let's go around first.
Okay, cool,
with,
cool.
with
All right.
Overall, and the likes.
Overall, it was way, way improved. I liked most of it. Too much singing and too much slow-mo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What was the second? Too
much
much?
Slow-mo.
slow-mo and singing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Enya.
Yeah. A lot
And
of-
I watched it on subtitles, and the same thing kept popping up, and I forgot what it said, but it was like, oh, here comes Wonder Woman. Here comes another slow-mo part.
yeah.
Saber.
So I'm fresh off seeing it. I literally woke up. I will say this. I really enjoyed the movie, and I'm going to say it didn't feel like it was 4 hours long. I'm going to say it felt like it was about 10 hours long. It was like, I started that shit at breakfast. I had to stop and eat lunch, and then it finished around dinner time. Like, I'm not even lying. Like it was an all day event. So I think the one piece that I would have recommended, and there was rumors of this, that they were going to release it sort of like a series.
In those parts?
In 4, well, I think they were going to do it in 4 separate parts. They were going to find a way to cut it up. That would be my recommendation to anybody out there. That movie, I think I need to go back and even watch it again, because some of the stuff, it's a lot happening. It's very slow, but it all happens very quickly, right? You're moving from these different components. So I would suggest to anybody that watches this movie too. There's a really good article I found. Just Google how to watch the Snyder cut, and it'll show you. It tells you.
You had to
the
Google
first
this?
thing
He fucking asked me. He goes, "What can I skip?"
Yeah.
And I said, "None of it."
No,
Yeah.
why would you do that?
Yeah, I found it. Well, because I didn't think I thought we were starting at 3, not 5, so I didn't think I was going to make it. So just general thoughts. Even though sort of the story is the same, right? It kind of follows like the same kind of basic story that there's obviously infinity boxes and things like that in this.
Mother.
Yeah, I know.
Mother.
Yeah, listen, this movie, this movie was so. Hold on,
We still love you.
this movie was so avenged. Like, it reminded me a lot of Infinity War Endgame, even to the point where at one point Cyborg goes, "Let's go get that son of a bitch," just like Cap does in Endgame. So
He did just kill his dad, right? That's it?
yeah. There was a lot of like similarities, which I think lends to it being more likable than the Joss Whedon version. The Joss Whedon version almost kind of is a movie to itself, off to the side, where this actually fits into the progression of, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman. Right, obviously it does, because he directed, Zack Snyder directed those first 2 movies. So much more enjoyable. The action was a lot better. Look, I really like the Ben Affleck Batman character. A lot of people don't. I don't know why. Can't wait to see the Robert Pattinson character, because if you do not like Ben Affleck, I don't know how you're going to really enjoy Robert Pattinson. And spoiler alert, Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck are going to be in the Batman. They're creating a Batman multiverse. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
Yeah, you saw the look in my eye.
Yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, so the Michael Keaton.
What?
Yeah, they're creating a Batman multiverse. So I really enjoyed that. Love Gal Gadot. I mean, she may have the most beautiful smile. Like, when she genuine, her face just lights everything up. She's sexy. She's fierce. I love her. I really like Ezra Miller. I thought he was more likable in this version of the movie than the last one, or the other one, because he was scared to get into the
He's
fight.
like, I've never been in a
They cut that
fight.
part out too.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
I just push people.
Yeah.
So I really like that he was just sort of like, yeah, let's do it. Like, he was about it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think
About
he was about about it.
No limit. No limit.
Bringing that back from 96. Bounce. No. So I think every one of the characters is very likable. I would probably say that the Cyborg character is my least favorite, even though he did some really cool stuff. Like, he was much more advanced, developed. His character was far more developed in the Zack Snyder version of this movie than Josh Whedon.
Agreed.
I mean, he just, he had the ability to manipulate intelligence and all that, whereas,
stack virtual paper.
yeah,
He did that.
yeah. Whereas he was just kind of like a flying robot in the Joss Whedon version of this movie. So, I enjoyed it. I really like the Arthur Miller character. I like what Momoa does with it. I'll call him by his last name.
Curry.
He's almost like he's the king of the one-liner. He's like, whoa, cool. Like, you know what I mean? He's like that guy. Or, you know, when Superman comes back, he's like, all right. You know, he's like, he's almost like.
They made him a little less broy.
He doesn't have to say much.
I was just getting ready to say that. He is way less broy in this version. Yeah.
He's just almost like. Yeah, he's almost like the Wooderson of the group. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think that makes him super likable. He's cool. I like, nice try, Batman. You know, like he's just he's just the one-liners. He's very cool. I would like to see this go further. You know, I know that obviously there's just been a lot of challenges in Zack Snyder's personal life that caused, delay of this movie or the non-release of this movie. I just think they could do. I mean, this feels to me like, okay,
redemption.
Okay,
yeah.
Now
want to see more.
I want to go back and watch Man of Steel. I want to go back and watch.
That's the first thing.
Batman versus Superman. Like,
I love Man of Steel.
I feel like it's like, okay, now this is really doing something very similar to what Avengers did, the first Avengers, because prior to the first Avengers, they were a group of standalone movies. Mm-hmm. And then they brought it together, and that's when they really said, okay, I think we have the cinematic universe here. Same thing with this. I think they have an opportunity to really extend, go further. Look, I've never had a problem with Jared Leto as the Joker, and I really like that sort of the epilogue, the end piece, where him and Batman are having that exchange in the desert, and he references killing Robin. He called him Boy Wonder. Mm-hmm. Harley Quinn dies. I mean, you have what's Joe Manganiello's character, Deathstroke
the Terminator.
It's like there was a new
or Slade,
right? But there was a new Justice League, right? In this end credit scene, there was Deathstroke. That was Ezra Miller, right? That Flash with like metal armor on.
It was like his time travel armor.
Yeah. Arthur's Aquaman's girl. Like, it's just, I feel like they could go so far, and I really want to see that movie.
Yeah.
Where Superman snaps because of something Bruce Wayne does to get Lois Lane murdered. Like, I want to see that movie. I want to see, Joker asked Bruce Wayne. He said, I wonder how many timelines you're still alive, or you've killed everybody around you because you're too big of a coward to die yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, that to me was
a great line.
Yes,
great line.
Yes. And it's like they're setting that up with the Flash creating this multiverse. Like, I don't know. I'm with you 100%, man. I loved this movie, and I didn't expect to.
I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Frankly, I didn't.
No, I was waiting for it. I was like, here comes the hate train.
Frankly, I didn't want to, but I thought the action was great. I thought the story was great. I thought the progression was great. Look, was every scene probably 10, 15 minutes too long? Sure.
Yes.
Right? Sure. Uh-huh. And they could have done a better job of editing it, but this was what his vision was, and I'm
at the same time, it all worked.
It worked. And I really don't have any negatives. The character development in this was so much better than the Joss Whedon version, especially with the Flash and with Cyborg. And obviously, this movie would have come out before Aquaman did.
Right.
So you have character progression from an origin story of Aquaman.
King Warren,
that
all
takes that away. So, look.
Mira losing her accent.
Right. Yes. Which, I mean, that's also in the Marvel universe.
But didn't she get it back in the Nightmare?
Well, what's funny is in the original, Justice League, she had an American, like regular American accent because Joss Whedon changed it.
Yeah.
In this version, she was like, more elegant with this English accent. Mm-hmm. But we already have the Aquaman movie where she sounds like what Joss Whedon wanted her to sound like.
Right.
There's already a movement on social media called Bring Back the Snyderverse. I think it's only going to continue to grow because I think hardcore comic book fans and comic book movie fans are really going to enjoy this. But I also think that sort of the casual action movie fan things like that are really going to enjoy it and get behind it as well. I think that HBO Max is going to get, I think views of this thing's going to go through the roof. So I loved it. When you guys go through negatives, I really don't have any negatives because I like the slow motion.
Mine's just nitpicking.
I
it's
like
nitpicky.
the music.
Although, to your point about the character development, like that's not really Barry, but he made it his own.
Yeah.
Ezra did a great job doing whatever it is that he does. But that wasn't my Barry that I know.
that's not
Right.
Barry out.
And Cyborg, he's such a prick. Like
you said that when we were
he
watching
is,
it. It's like, God, this guy's a
Stop
dickhead.
being a dick, bro. Just chill.
How awesome was the cinematography in that football scene? With
yeah,
the
that was fantastic.
Dude, that was.
But that was also in the other one.
Right, but
Was
they cut
it?
it out. They cut it because it was on the trailer for the first
Okay.
one, but they never showed it in the movie.
And there was a couple scenes that were in the Joss Whedon version. The one where he saves the guy and slaps him on the
table.
On
Yeah.
the table. There were some things that were the same, but God, it's a great movie, man. I love it.
Well, you can really now you seeing both of them, you can really tell what it was just chopped up and pushed together. so
Why
that-
would you? Are you ever gonna watch the other one again?
Oh fuck!
Why?
Why?
No.
There's no reason.
I'm sorry, Joss.
Well, there's a couple things that I did miss from that one. We'll get to.
Okay.
later.
You guys covered a lot, so no, it's all good. Again, just like everybody else, I truly loved it. It did feel long. Like after hour one,
Giggity.
I literally thought, giggity. All right. I thought we were at least almost 2 hours in, but we weren't. We were only 1 hour in. I did like how Zach did part one.
Yes.
Part two. I love that example of it. And I also, before kind of getting into my spiel, I loved how the Russo brothers, like everybody else, was just like pulling for Zack Snyder and this,
Right.
whether they were associated with Marvel or not. And that's my big thing for anybody listening or watching us on YouTube. Like, just stop comparing the shit to Marvel movies. Marvel is Marvel and DC is DC. Obviously,
I just did that for 15 minutes.
right.
Don't do what we do.
Don't do what he just did.
I wish you would have went first, so I could have cut that part.
It's all good. It's because a lot of people will, always compare Marvel to DC, and it's just not the same universe. It's not ran the same. There's no Kevin Feige over at DC. We had the Joker standalone.
Yet.
We're getting ready to have a Batman. Yeah, unless Zack Snyder takes that mantle, which, like Saba said, hopefully he will, because there is a lot left. I feel after the epilogue that I would love to see. What was back to it. Sorry, I was getting a little emotional there. So the camaraderie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I love the camaraderie. Like I said, just everybody on Twitter, everything else. I thought it was great.
support.
I love how emotional you get over this shit.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
I love you, buddy.
So, as far as likes, obviously, I think we all expected Martian Manhunter in the first one. It's good to finally see him come to light in this version and not like overused or rushed. I felt it was
I wanted more.
adequate.
Yeah, I
For
thought
a
he was going to be
novice,
part of the.
But that
Last
actor was
battle.
perfect for him.
Yes.
He had the voice and everything.
For a novice, can you just a little quick 30 seconds on who Martian Manhunter is and
wanna
what
take
he
this back?
represents?
You take that, Matthew. I hate Martian Manhunter.
I did some info. I can take it, but man, if you want to.
I don't.
Go ahead. Let's see what you got. I mean, he's from Mars.
Yeah. So there you go. So he was a pretty much what's the equivalent of a police officer in Mars. And then there's a bunch of different storylines that kind of come back from that. So his cop name when he comes to Earth, because he was born, he had a twin brother, which twins in Mars was incredibly, incredibly rare. And his brother's almost not almost, like the evil version of Martian Manhunter. So with that being said, he ends up coming to Earth, and then his his detective name is John Jones.
John.
Yeah, John. So what's his Martian name? Because it's John Johns. Yeah, something like that. So his cop name is
lame.
John Jones. And he ends up in the comic books. He is one of the original founders of the Justice League, where in the Snyderverse, he's not. So that's
So
my
is he
little
kind of like the
background.
Nick Fury?
No.
Okay.
Well, in the comic books, kind of, but really, it was Batman and Superman that started.
And he's a
Justice League.
shapeshifter
He's like
too,
a
right?
he's like a Nick Fury scroll
There you go.
from Mars.
Got it.
And he's one of the last of his.
Yes. He's technically known as
race.
the last Martian.
Got it.
So
Although his nemesis is a Martian.
yes.
And Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's everyone's name.
Yes, that's true. I do agree. I thought the cyborg storyline on this one, especially the relationship with his father, was a million times better. To where, honestly, I think in the Josh Whedon version, he was just filler.
He was unnecessary.
Right.
The dad?
I could care less. Well,
No,
in
him in
Cyborg.
general.
Cyborg.
Yeah. And as far as the Whedon version, this one, he was more instrumental to the storyline, period. When, especially the end fight scene, I thought it was more like the first one was just a jumbled mess. This one, I felt like they were more together as a team in the final fight scene.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought it was shot well. I loved the little just kind of slow-mo pan where they're all in the same shot as the Batmobile's getting ready to go through the building.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was so fucking cool. I mean, the only thing missing from that at that point was Superman. And then, he comes in right at the right time.
Right, they
to
almost
help.
lost.
Yeah. Yeah, so
They
they
were
were
about to
about to lose. And then that was to my next point, the black Superman suit's just so fucking dope.
I was expecting Superman to tell Steppenwolf you should have went for the head.
Something about the shoulders. Everybody goes for the shoulders. I did enjoy Steppenwolf a little bit more in this movie. I still think where DC fails, for the exception of Man of Steel and even Shazam, because I do like Shazam.
Shazam's a good movie.
I really do. But I do think they have failed miserably with their villains. And this also includes Wonder Woman. I did not enjoy Ares. I definitely
Because
didn't.
he was an old guy.
Right.
And you didn't
And in
know
his
he was
suits.
Ares until the very
Right.
end.
Yeah,
I
you
literally
didn't-
thought
you
he was
didn't
going
get
to
to see
fight
him
her in a
be
three-piece
Ares.
suit the entire time. And I'm like, if this fucker fights her in a three-piece suit the entire time, I'll be pissed. But of course, Wonder Woman 84. King Orn is not terrible, but not great, in my opinion. Like I said, I just think DC doesn't do as well with the villains as Marvel does.
Well, in this movie versus the last one, Steppenwolf, they really stepped up his motivation.
Yes,
he
agreed.
wasn't just this
You
fucking
figure out why he's doing what
computer
he's doing.
generated blob
Right. Why is he doing this?
there to fuck shit up. He
For
was he's
Darkseid.
trying to
They
get it back
stepped
into
up
good
to
graces.
Steppen.
Which they also turned him to a little bitch whenever he was talking about Darkseid. Like he wanted to come back home. Like
And
wanna go home.
How many planets did he have to kill? What was it? 50,000?
50,000.
It was a
Holy fucking shit, dude.
It was a redemption story, man.
But he didn't have to because he found the anti-life equation.
You gotta
Right.
pump those numbers up.
right. And
You got to pump those numbers up.
yeah, so I just knocked out like 20,000.
Yeah, you gotta, adjust for inflation and shit.
And then the intro. I thought the intro was a lot better, going right from Batman versus Superman to this,
Yeah.
where he dies and his scream echoes across the world and it awakens the mother
right here.
boxes.
Got
Yeah.
me right here.
The infinity boxes.
Yeah. I still very much hate Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, yeah.
As
Oh, yeah.
Lex
Oh, yeah.
Luthor.
So that scene on the boat, that was an end credit scene. Was that an end credit scene from
Yeah.
the
it
original
was,
one?
but it was different
From
dialogue.
Batman versus Superman.
From Batman versus Superman.
Wait,
right?
no. It was the same end scene from the last Justice
I think it
League.
was. It was just
It was.
shortened version of it.
And then it was, the dialogue was different because in Joss Whedon's version of it, he talks about bringing together the what is it, the Legion of
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom. Where this one he says Batman is Bruce Wayne. So it was different dialogue. Like I said,
I kind of like Jesse Eisenberg.
So
No.
I'll go ahead and kick off the dislikes of the movie. Besides the obvious, yes, it is a little long, but I did not mind it. The slow motion, definitely too much slow motion. My biggest gripe, biggest gripe, and the only part of the Whedon universe that I even enjoyed, or not Whedon universe, was the scene of the gods, men, the Atlanteans, everybody else, and the Green Lantern corpse. And in this version, we have one shitty pogo Green Lantern. I fucking lost my mind. I'm sitting there with Ashley, and I was like, one lantern? That's all you got? One lantern out of the entire corpse comes down. So that is by far my biggest gripe.
I was wrong.
And that's it. That's my biggest gripe. So I was worried one of you guys would have taken that, but I was fucking mad as shit. I mean, it was cool to see Zeus and Ares. Don't get me wrong.
That was dope.
That was dope, but I still think they could have incorporated the Green Lantern. Lantern.
Well,
Shut the fuck up.
that lantern was supposed to be like, I don't remember his name, but he's supposed to be the one that protected Earth, 2,000 years ago. It looked exactly like that one.
Right.
But I totally agree with you. That come on, you gotta bring in the troops here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing, Zach. I don't know what happened. Maybe he ran out of
fucking
budget.
Ryan Reynolds at.
Oh my god.
I think he'd come back now if Zack Snyder was directing the shit.
I don't think so. I think he's doing well with Deadpool.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah, we saw Deadpool too. He does not look back fondly on those days.
That's true. All right, so
One
for
of
dislikes.
okay, so
Now yours to own on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD. Dive deeper into the critically acclaimed and wildly entertaining Promising Young Woman. Now nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Actress, Carey Mulligan. Don't miss the Rotten Tomatoes certified fresh film that critics are calling a game-changing masterpiece, now with exclusive bonus content that takes you behind the scenes of the edge-of-your-seat story with the cast and writer-director Emerald Fennell. Bring home the film everyone is talking about on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD today.
I've seen it 3 times already.
Jesus Christ.
Love that.
That's like 3 days of your
Well,
life.
I've seen it twice all the way through.
Okay.
In one setting.
All right.
And then the last time was just like piece by piece.
I'm not gonna lie. I might go home and watch it.
There you
after
go.
this.
You should.
You are.
I was just thinking about it.
The Justice League fight, the one where they bring Superman back and he doesn't know,
Yeah.
who he is or whatever.
Right.
That was dope in the first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this time they took out the dope dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Do it.
he's-
Do it. I know you want to do it.
Do it.
I remember you. You won't let me live. You won't let me die.
Yeah. That was cut out.
And then he
Yeah.
looks at Batman and says, "Do you bleed?"
Right.
I waited for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't say anything.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't
Then
say a
Then
word.
they made the whole
He hardly has
Lois
any
Lane
dialogue.
thing more casual,
Which was better.
Right. I agree 100% better because he was like, "Oh, I'm bringing what's
Let's
he
bring in
call it?
the big guns or
Yeah.
something.
Right, or
Secret
some
weapon.
shit. Where this one, it's like it follows the storyline. She goes there every day anyways. It just so happens fucking Superman's back that day.
Yep.
Yay.
Is that all your dislikes?
Aside from like the stuff I mentioned earlier about the weird music choices,
Yes.
it was just, I don't know. I didn't get it.
Yeah. The
I
music
accepted
choices were
it, but
very
I didn't really get it. Like the whole Bjork song, I don't know what they were saying.
weird. Right.
Yeah, but it sounded like Bjork.
It
and I
did.
was like,
It really did.
Cool. All
Now,
the things
did
she said, all the
anyone
things she
notice
said.
that the end credits song? So of course, I fast forwarded afterwards because I want to see if there was a scene at the end.
I thought that
But
there
this-
was
this time-
when the Zeus thing holding the planet. I thought so you could see a preview. I'm
okay.
like, oh, there's an end credit scene. Fuck,
It's like the
this is
production company
yeah,
logo.
this-
Atlas Productions or something.
Yeah, but the song the song on the end credits is a very, very cool version of Hallelujah.
yes.
And I'm wondering if that's Zack Snyder being like, Hallelujah,
This
this
shit's done.
fucking
It's
shit is
over."
out for the world to see.
I read. So, we got any more fart jokes to liven this party up? Dislikes for me, man. We've talked about slow mo a lot. It was overused, I think. Way too much singing. There's a lot of music. There's lots and lots of music. Like
Done.
what are the midsummer singing when Aquaman goes back in the sea and like the sniffing of the sweaters, like that was
Well, that was weird.
And that's the Bjork
Super
shit.
weird.
right when she did that. I did that sploosh. She's like, ooh, I like him. But yeah, too much singing. The aspect ratio was like not widescreen.
4:3.
Right.
Yes.
4:3.
Yeah.
But
The
they
entire
said it
thing.
in the beginning. There was a little caption.
It was his vision.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They did
Okay.
it done on
But it
purpose.
just, I kept staring at it. Like I'd look over to the side of the screen and be like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, did
stretch
not,
this shit
did
out.
not love that.
The length is fucking super long. The cut scenes from the original that I didn't like him taking out were "Do You Bleed?" The stuff that Matthew talked about, but then the Aquaman sitting on the lasso and like embarrassing himself. Like,
yeah.
Right.
he's like, "Oh shit, sorry, I'm sitting on the lasso," and like I forget what he says, but like I remember that being funny.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was cut out too. I didn't like that. I did like seeing Apocalypse and the Elites and Darkseid and all that, but I did not like the fact that it just stood around.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. They just watched.
They watched the whole shit.
They watched Steppenwolf get his ass kicked.
We're just gonna let him talk.
And then also the nightmare scene. It looked amazing. I would love to see, like Saba said, I'd love to see a full movie of that.
Yep.
But they didn't fucking do anything either. They just stood around and talked until Superman showed up.
Right. They're like, we need to hide, but
Like,
we're gonna let Joker talk his ass off.
You're gonna show us that, post-apocalyptic crazy shit. Like, show me some cool action in it too before Bruce wakes up. And also, my last thing that I didn't like was Diana and Alfred making tea took way too long.
Why? Why?
It hurt my head watching it.
Another thing that hurt my head was when Batman reached for the mouse.
Right.
Diana,
Oh,
and
yeah.
was it-
Their little
The awkward thing.
It was like, no,
flirtatious.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't touch her.
You hear me, Ben? You hear us?
That's not for you.
But like I said, my negatives were nitpicky stuff, but it would have helped it.
The part that he references, Bruce Wayne references when he said, "I had a dream."
Yes.
Barry Allen was right here, and he said, it's all
Lois.
That was in Batman Superman. Mm-hmm. Yes. Because I sort of remember
Because they don't mention it at all in the first in Josh's
No.
version. God, I can't fucking talk today.
Okay. So we've all talked about the time being too long. So I'm just gonna I found that article that I talked about. It's on inverse.com, INVERSE. They break it up into 3 days. So they basically say on day 1, watch the prologue, part 1, part 2. So that's about an hour and 10 minutes. Day 2, watch part 3 and part 4. That's another hour and 10 minutes. And then on day 3, watch part 5, 6, and the
Epilogue.
epilogue. So for anybody out there that's like, man, 4 hours can be intimidating.
Yeah.
Just the idea of having to sit through something for 4 hours, it can be intimidating. There is a plan for you out there. Watch the way I just said it over a 3-day period. Treat it like a series on Netflix or something like that, and we think you'll enjoy it.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And it is. I agree. I mean, it can be intimidating to not people as passionate about this as we are. I did not want to split it up. I got done working. Ashley just got back from the gym. I was like, let's get ready to start it. She's like, I need to take a shower. And I'm like, hurry the fuck up. So, but no, big shout out to Ashley. She's just fantastic. And she actually made it through the first 3 hours. The last hour, by then it was almost.
That's fair. You got to give her credit for that.
No,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and she finished today, which was good for me because then I got to watch the last hour again, which again I thoroughly enjoyed. So next part of the podcast, we're going to take a quick sponsor break here real quick. And then when we get back, we're going to talk about the big debate, not just the movie itself, Batman. People love, hate Ben Affleck, this, any other. We're going to go through our top 3 to 5 Batmans, however you say it.
Where is she?
Where is she? And we'll be right back.
Look at my nipples.
Want to give a brief moment to talk about our newest sponsor, eBay. Whether rare dead stock or the latest release, find the exact shoe you're looking for. As the original sneaker marketplace, eBay is the place to go to cop the pair you've been eyeing. With eBay's authenticity guarantee, your sneakers are meticulously inspected by independent professional authenticators. A team of experienced sneaker authenticators verify the box, logo, stitching, and dozens of other inspection points. Each sneaker also receives an authenticity guarantee tag that includes a digital stamp of authenticity, and it also protects sellers with a verified return process. And for sneaker sellers out there, eBay has eliminated selling fees on sneakers $100 and up, making it free to sell or flip your collection. Go to ebay.com/sneakers today. eBay, the world's best destination for discovering great value and unique selection.
Side note, J.K. Simmons is my least favorite Jim Gordon.
And I love him.
And I love J.K. Simmons. I love him in everything. I think he is just, he's not Jim Gordon. So
I agree.
He's shilling her asshole.
yeah, exactly. let me put this swastika on your ass and rape you. You know, it's tough. Or
Watch
you know,
Oz on HBO.
It's
You'll
a
get the
delightful
reference.
show.
you know, I
About
mean,
prison.
you know, when I think of him, I think of Oz, I think of Whiplash,
Yeah.
I think of Juno, right? I'm gonna punch that Bleecker kid in the dick, right? Right? Like I just think of him in that way. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you something. Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman. I am a huge Ben Affleck fan. I always have been. When I heard that Ben Affleck was being cast as the Batman for this, I was very excited. He has not disappointed. To me, he feels like sort of the look, the mentality, the age of what Batman should be. A lot of people really like the Christian Bale Batman. I'm not a huge fan. I think that the Christian Bale Batman movies, right? The Nolan Batman movies are very, very good, but I am not a Christian Bale Batman fan. So I would probably say I would go Affleck. I would go Michael Keaton #2 because I really enjoy Michael Keaton and I'm very excited, like I said, that they're bringing him back to incorporate them into this multiverse. And I would say probably my third favorite Batman is the animated Batman from the Fox cartoon
Conroy.
back in the
Conroy.
90s. Anybody, I'm sure that's available to stream somewhere.
Yeah.
On HBO, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
that
so.
Batman animated series that was on Fox like in the 90s was awesome.
Oh, it was the heat.
And that Batman's really good. So those are my top 3.
Number 1 with a bullet. For those of you watching, I know if you're listening, you can't see it. I got to go with my boy Adam West. I grew up with him. That's the first Batman I ever came to know. I mean, it was quirky, corny. I think Jump the Shark came from the Batman, show.
yeah.
No, it came from Happy Days.
Oh, okay.
When Fonzie did a motorcycle trick where he jumped a
Oh, that's
motorcycle
right.
over a shark.
No, but it was Batman.
He had
but
the shark
helicopter-
repellent.
He had the
repellent.
shark repellent. Yes. Yeah. So the Adam West is my number 1. My number 2 is Keaton. I love the Tim Burton Batman films. Truly, truly love them. I thought Keaton was great.
Yeah.
Number 3 is actually Kevin Conroy from the Batman animated series. And then I do love Ben Affleck, but I got him as number 4, you know. But I will say, as far as best like bat suit, I think Affleck has it fucking hands down.
Yeah,
I think because
agree.
it's very close, and a lot of people don't know. Well, you may or may not know this. Zack
I
Snyder is a big fan of the video games, so it's very similar to the Arkham series.
You don't like the
bat suit.
Clooney bat nipples?
Nope. That is actually my least favorite one on here. So, best bat suit, I will say, belongs to Ben Affleck.
Val Kilmer was better than Clooney.
See,
Yes.
yeah.
I actually
I'll
didn't
agree with
mind
that.
Val Kilmer.
I didn't mind Val Kilmer either.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
he
he
was-
was better than Clooney.
Yeah, he was. Clooney's the worst. Batman.
Yeah, and not just the suit. It just nothing against Clooney. Clooney, you're awesome. We love you.
We
We're
love you,
fans.
bud.
We'd love to have you on the show. We just don't see you.
I'm
as
sure
Batman.
he would tell you that he thinks he's the worst
And
Batman.
that movie was a fucking nightmare.
That's
God,
the one
that shit was
with
a
that's
Okay,
the one
everyone,
with Dr.
chill.
Freeze and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clooney's the one with Dr.
If you
Freeze.
ever
Yeah.
read up
Mr.
on it, like
Mr.
the
Freeze.
production
Poison
was
Ivy,
a mess.
Mr. Freeze.
Fucking Schwarzenegger would have people like in his trailer left and right. Like they didn't give 2 shits about this movie. It
No.
was just a cash payday.
Two-Face was in there,
and
right?
that's it. Yeah,
No, that was
that was
Tommy
Val
Lee
Kilmer.
Jones.
That was the Val Kilmer one.
That
That was
Val
Val
Kilmer
Kilmer. It
one.
was Riddler. Jim Carrey is the Riddler,
Yep.
and Tommy Lee
Tommy
Jones
Lee
is
Jones.
Two-Face.
Yeah, this one was Poison Ivy, the shitty Bane,
Uma Thurman
Yeah,
was Poison
the
Ivy.
brain dead
Brain
Bane.
Dead Bane,
Yeah.
and Mr.
Oh,
Freeze.
yeah.
So that's my top 3.
Hmm.
Matthew,
Yeah. I was going to say Adam West only because I was there for that. Like I'd watch it every day after school
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. And
love it.
it wasn't great,
Right? Yeah.
but sometimes he'd be figuring shit out in his head out loud and like, it made sense. So.
Yeah. I went from just pure nostalgia.
Yeah, I think
how
he
got
belongs
into
up
it.
there.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy for sure. I just can't deny that. Like he's Batman,
Yes.
voice wise.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just like Mark Hamill is the Riddler.
He's Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Joker, sorry. Shit.
Him too.
And I'm going to say Christian Bale. I really liked it. I really liked him as Batman. I would love to see him as Batman again, although I know that'll never happen.
Yeah, never say never.
He said he wouldn't do it because of Heath.
That makes sense.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Well,
This is where I insert a commercial.
We were all just pondering
He did
that.
do the
No,
Tom
yeah,
Hardy,
yeah.
right? Tom
Yeah.
Hardy was after that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Bring it all together. Full
Right.
circle.
Fuck yeah.
But I do like Christian Bale, Batman.
Yeah. I don't mind him at all. I mean, it was tough to pick between Affleck and
After
Bale.
Jerry does his, I have a question. For
Okay.
I have a question for the group.
my top 3 would be Kevin Conroy, number 1,
Nice.
because that cartoon, we've said it before, it was amazing in its time. It's still amazing. It took the soundtrack, Danny Elfman soundtrack from the '89 Batman movie, and just kind of made it its own, and it made it iconic music.
The Prince
that's
soundtrack.
that's the Batman music.
That's
You know?
Prince did that soundtrack. Yeah.
Well, Danny Elfman did the
score.
the score,
okay.
right?
Right.
And then Prince did all the
Yeah, I'm
his
like, I don't
songs.
remember Bat dancing that.
Deleted scene.
I remember Bat dancing that.
Definitely have that
cartoon.
cassette.
I think I did too.
Number 2 is definitely Michael Keaton. I think if you're going to be a good Batman, you have to be a good Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was so good at Bruce Wayne. He was, thoughtful when he needed to be, like kind of, secretive, and then also just a fucking loose cannon sometimes. When he lost it in front of the Joker, like, you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
And Vicky Vale, Kim
Vicky
Basinger,
Vale.
so hot.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's number 2, and then Christian Bale is great. That whole series just left a good taste in my
Oh,
mouth.
God,
Like
yeah.
that was really really good. 2 honorable mentions. One, Dietrich Bader, who played Lawrence, the across the way neighbor in Office Space. He was the voice of Batman in Batman the Brave and the Bold.
In a few movies, actually.
and the Harley Quinn cartoon. He's
Oh,
the voice.
nice.
I just love his voice. Like,
Yeah.
anytime I hear it, I even think of the guy in Office Space. Hey, man,
Sorry, man.
yeah, I thought you want to see this. And then my second and last honorable mention, if you're a Venture Brothers fan, is Hank as the Bat. Just him in that Halloween mask cracks me up every time. So
Who's the Lego one?
Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
a good
honorable
one.
He's a
mention.
good one, yeah.
Honorable mention.
So my question to you guys, because we were kind of talking through it there, who is your favorite villain from a Batman movie? Go.
Jokers.
Yeah.
It's
No, I
either
mean,
gonna-
I'm talking specific version performance of that character.
I'll start. I mean, I got to go Jack Nicholson just
Yeah.
because, again, nostalgia. I think I had a big Jack Nicholson poster. Before Heath, that dude was a Joker. But big shout out, honorable mention, is it Cesar Romero?
Cesar Romero.
Cesar Romero from the Batman TV show. I thought he was fucking fantastic growing up and still do. So RIP to Cesar Romero. He was the first Joker I was introduced to, but when Jack Nicholson played that role, I thought he killed it.
Okay. I'll say Heath.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally diabolical. Like he was a bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that he was perfect in that part.
Yeah. Jerry.
man, that's really hard. I mean, Heath Ledger's Joker is amazing. I did like finally get to see Ra's al Ghul in
Yeah.
Batman Begins.
Yes.
Very nice.
Liam Neeson, I think he killed it.
Liam Neeson's.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's.
Liam Neeson.
And also, if we're still doing honorable mentions, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
She's great. She's great.
Rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Oh,
So
and
who's
DeVito.
yours?
I'm sorry,
DeVito's
DeVito.
Penguin?
DeVito.
Yeah.
DeVito was great.
I'm gonna say
Penguin.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
DeVito. I'm gonna say either Nicholson's Joker. Look, what Heath Ledger did was timeless. I think what Jack Nicholson did was there was no real template. I mean, Cesar Romero, but it was like a campy TV show in the back in the day. I mean, Jack Nicholson kind of created something from nothing,
We've
right?
never seen anything
yeah,
like it.
so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go either Nicholson's Joker or I love Tom Hardy as Bane.
Yeah.
Bane, he killed the Batman, he broke his fucking back. Like
I can't get over the voice.
Yeah.
I know, man, but
fucking
I
weird.
just like Bane was scary.
Okay.
He scared me because he fucking killed the Bat. He killed Batman in the comic books, right?
He broke his back.
He
He
broke
broke
his
his back, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Nicholson's Joker.
He was born in it.
Yeah, or
Molded
Tom
by
Hardy.
it. Do you feel in charge?
I will say, as far as the DCEU goes, or the Zack Snyder universe, I really love General Zod in Man of Steel. Michael Shannon, I
Yes.
believe, is the one that played it. I think he's a very underrated actor. He was in Boardwalk Empire.
Yes,
He's
he
been in a
was.
ton
There's been a lot of
shit.
shit. Yeah.
My
Ton of
buddy,
shit.
my buddy lives in New York. He snapped a picture of him on the subway.
Nice, nice.
He does a lot of weird shit, weird movies.
Oh, he was in The Runaways, and he was great in that.
He did a movie where he's like a prepper for like end of times and has this like bomb shelter, and it's all, look it up. I mean, he's cool, but yeah, he plays a weird dude. He was weird in Boardwalk Empire.
No, yeah. I'm
Deal
he's
before
probably
Zod.
weird in real life.
He's probably a fucking sweetheart. We'd love to have you on the show.
Yes,
bud.
yes.
You're not
Michael,
weird at all.
We love you. Again. All right, so real quick, we do have Jerry's going to do a Death is Not an Option for us here in a minute, but we do want to announce, for those of you that may not know out there, the next upcoming slate for the DC universe. So we do have the Suicide Squad coming on HBO Max August 6th, and this is the James Gunn version after he got
Yes.
fired from Disney, now rehired to go back to Guardians of the Galaxy. So very excited to see James Gunn's vision. And
No Will
apparently
Smith.
it's set in the 70s, something like that, like during the Bay of Pigs incident. So it's not the same time frame.
No Will Smith in this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
do
Will
we know
Smith. We got
who-
Idris Elba.
But he's not Deadshot.
No, he's somebody else.
That's what I'm saying. Do we know who the squad is?
So Harley Quinn is back.
Yeah, there's a lot
John
of them
Cena
now.
plays.
Nope.
Peacemaker.
Nope. Keep going.
You haven't seen the- you haven't
he
seen
looks
the pictures?
ridiculous too. That's the thing.
Yes.
Like his
Oh
character
my
looks
God.
really ridiculous.
John Cena is Peacemaker.
Okay.
And he's going to have his own HBO Max show.
Of course. He is.
fucking John Cena.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, we
You
still
know,
love to have you on the show.
he hosts Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Cena
No, I
done
did
it?
not know that.
Is he?
I didn't even know the show was still on.
Is he smarter than a fifth grader?
John, we'd love to have you on the show. So
Have your people call our people.
we don't think you're dumb. We're
That's
just
right.
this is
We
for
can't see you.
comedic.
We
This is
can't
for
see you.
comedic purposes only.
Yeah,
right.
we don't think so.
Yeah. After that,
The Agatha Harkness wink. We
Yeah.
don't think so.
damn it, I got rid of that soundbite from here too. I replaced it with the Justice League theme. After that, as far as confirmed dates, we have the Batman coming out March 4th, 2022.
I'm Justice.
The Flash November 4th of 2022, which is
Oh,
going to take
damn.
place in the Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
Wait a
storyline.
minute.
Wait
Wait a minute. I
Michael-
lied
Michael
to you
Keaton.
guys about everything.
Oh Lord.
The multiverse is not in the Batman. It's in the Flash.
Right.
So Keaton,
Oh.
Keaton, Pattinson, and Affleck are all in the Flash.
Oh, so not in the Batman movie
No.
coming up. So that
No.
makes a little bit more sense because I was
I
like,
lied
what?
to everything.
think
I
Pat-
lied to you guys.
Never mind.
That's true. It's true, Jay.
I don't think Pattinson's in it.
Yes,
but
he is. No, I read the article. Yeah.
Well, you just said that you
Yeah, you
lied.
stupid idiot.
hold on.
They just said the Batman was going to be like just a one-off.
Hold on. Let me go back
Like
and
the
double
Joker.
check,
Right.
Jerry.
All right,
I'm
well,
sorry.
you do your thing over there. And then Aquaman 2.
I just want
December.
Jerry to be proud of me.
That's going to take a lot.
I'm proud. Yeah, you got to back it up.
Aquaman 2, December of 22. And then we have the Shazam movie 2023, no confirmed date. And then Black Adam with The Rock to be announced. So
I don't
that's
even
the
think they
next.
greenlit that yet. I think
Well,
he's
he
just,
owns it, but yeah.
he's just training
There's,
for
yeah,
it.
there's
Fucking-
nothing.
and he-
yeah. He's training for
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
He just already fits Black Adam. So that's the next upcoming slate as far as DC Warner Brothers films. So Jerry, we're gonna get ready to do.
Jerry, you're right.
Death is not an option.
So I'm going to tell you the headline of this article: Keaton, Pattinson and Ben Affleck will all play Batman. Hold on.
He told me to do it.
Wait a minute. I mean, why can't we just be friends sometimes? You know what I mean? Like, why do we always? Well, the headline says Michael Keaton, Robert Pattinson, and Ben Affleck will all play Batman in 2022 films.
Okay.
So I thought when I read it quickly, and I thought it just said in 2022 film. Sorry.
So
Jerry,
I still love you.
So they're gonna. Are they really doing?
Yeah. You know how many times I fuck up on this podcast, man? You're good.
So who's the villain in the Batman?
Riddler
Penguin.
And Penguin, right?
and Penguin.
It's loosely based on
The White Knight, right?
or it's something
Because
it's
it's
the
the
Halloween or
owls.
something where like he's got to fight his way out of Arkham.
Is there a
and, like,
Catwoman
there's a
in this
bunch
one?
of villains in it.
Yes, there is a Catwoman in this
Ooh,
one.
honorable mention: Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. She was great.
She was great.
Sorry.
Are they really doing a Flashpoint?
Yeah. So they've
Yeah.
gone back and
It's
forth.
gonna be
so
a
it was going to be
very-
called Flashpoint and then the Flash, and now they're like, we're just going to call it
It's
Flash.
not going to live up to the comic
unless Snyder has
It couldn't
something.
or the
possibly.
cartoon.
Right.
You know what they should do? They should make the Flashpoint story kind of like the Infinity overarching thing, where you got the Flash and you see it happen,
Right.
and then you leave it on a cliffhanger, and then the next one comes out. It's the Aquaman,
Wonder Woman story.
Yeah, it's the
and
Wonder
then
Woman
Aquaman.
story.
Yeah.
And that would be so.
It would
cool.
be amazing. Yeah.
That would really be.
Are
cool
you
if they did that.
listening, DC? my guy
The
over
proper
here.
way to do Flashpoint. Yeah.
My guy over here, fucking Jerry's got ideas, and they're fucking beautiful.
That story is way too big to stuff in one movie.
and it's
Oh,
so
God.
good.
Yeah,
It's
I was
so
gonna say,
good.
please don't stuff it in one movie.
That's right. And who would be Thomas Wayne?
Negan.
Negan?
Yeah.
My man Negan up here. Fucking A right.
He'd be
Yeah.
the gun-toting, red-eyed
Hell yes.
Batman. That'd be awesome.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, we love you and would love to have you on.
Yes.
the show.
Oh yes.
There is
Thomas.
nothing negative coming out of our mouths about you. Period.
All right, I'm going to pull the lever, which will determine what two things you have to decide against.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Police
No
Academy.
whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Would you rather Mr. Freeze shoot your junk or crawl into a cell with a hungry killer croc?
Frozen dick or eaten to death.
Frozen dick.
Well, if I don't have a dick, I don't want to be alive, bro.
It's called technology and science. They can get the shit fixed.
I think you have far too much
That's a
faith
point.
in science.
Yep. I do.
I think I could make Croc like me. You know what I mean?
I mean, he is Mr. Romance.
You're gonna
Like I
pet
think
his
I
scales?
could. I think I could
Like
charm
you
him.
in a prison type of way,
Oh.
or
Remember his cell in Suicide Squad? He was watching like
He was in
BET
the water.
and shit.
Yeah, he was.
just watching Rap City.
That was his one thing.
He was in the basement.
Yep.
Big
with
Tig.
with, with
in the
Big
sewer.
Tigger. Shout out to Big Tigger.
Oh no.
I don't, Jerry. I mean, death is not an option, right? Fuck me.
But isn't
Freeze it.
Really?
yeah, but isn't being with Killer Croc death?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you got some,
Finesse?
Or ass rape.
something in your pocket.
okay.
I'm
No,
going in.
not
I'm going in the cell.
Oh yeah, I'd rather die than have my junk frozen off.
Oh, frozen off. I thought you just meant frozen.
No, I mean,
I'm like, I'll do
once,
frost the shit.
No, once
called a
it's
hairdryer.
Come on, in the
don't
comics,
work like
Like
Yeah,
it don't
Sub-Zero
work
shit,
that.
like fucking fatality.
Oh, well, I mean, again, science, technology.
It'll be withered
Brand new
away.
dick.
When you
fucked
get
up.
frostbite,
Brand
they
new dick.
got to cut that bitch off.
Yeah, brand new dick. Brand new dick.
brand new dick.
The prosthetic.
All right, you want to do it one more time?
All right,
Wait a minute, Matt didn't get
Matt,
his.
Matt didn't
Oh,
chime
shit.
in.
Oh, I'm going to Killer Croc.
Killer Croc. All right.
Jerry,
I
what are
love
you
my
doing?
dick. Shit.
I'm going to love mine too, but fuck, I ain't trying to get eaten.
I'm gonna either get eaten to death or hang out and watch BET with
Yeah.
Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, what's the
BET.
next one?
All right.
You just don't love your penis as
Uncut.
much as we do,
I love it.
All right.
Brian.
It's like a rap game. I'm loving
Did
it.
you hear him get all sensual? I love it.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
that's
God.
that fucking George Lucas shit that we
Oh,
got
no.
going on.
Oh no, this one's a doozy. fall in Joker acid, or your significant other lasso of truths you.
Acid.
Joker acid.
Acid all fucking day.
You know what, man?
Here we go.
I'm just
Hi,
going to be
Courtney.
honest.
Corey's gonna watch this.
I'm just going to be
I'm gonna
honest.
text her right now.
Listen to what your man said. Joker acid.
I'm fucking listen. I'm fucking boring, and I have nothing like to hide. I have no secrets.
We all say that.
No, I'm. But like with me, it's like real, man.
She's gonna be like December 26, 1991.
Like,
Fuck, were you doing?
I don't. Anything that I my life's an open book, baby. Lasso me. I love you. I love you, Courtney.
You just love that bondage shit. That's what that is. You little fucking.
Oh, he likes to be
freak.
tied up.
that
He likes to
bondage
be tied
shit.
up.
Ball gag and all.
Well, I
just like the vision of that.
Yeah,
you
Jerry. What's
sicko.
your response?
I really don't. I don't have anything to hide really either. But I wouldn't mind, becoming a lunatic,
Yeah.
crazy criminal
already
that gets
half- I'm
away
already
all the
halfway
time. The dude gets away all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll be the Joker.
Back to that. Speaking of Joker, I did love in the epilogue where he did the card trick.
Yeah.
I did love that. You keep the card, we're
Right.
cool. You rip this, we're gonna have this conversation about Boy Wonder all day long.
Yeah, but do you really believe him?
No, but I just like the fact that he actually did a card trick. I'm like, all right, here we go.
And he was like, if
Magic.
as long as you have this card.
Exactly. Magic.
Ooh, magic.
If I had a special effects person.
All right, one more.
Oh,
Nah, he only had two.
It's broken.
No, I got one. It's not.
Okay, cool.
It's not an
Save us,
option.
I'll pull the lever, huh?
We're doing.
Okay.
We're doing. Marry, fuck, kill.
Okay. What's the sound effect of that sound like?
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Anne Hathaway's.
That's the sound effect.
Catwoman. Vicky Vale. Marry, fuck, kill. Go. Jerry.
Who did- you said Vicky Vale.
So Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Vicky Vale.
Uh-huh.
And Anne
Anne
Hathaway's
Hathaway?
Catwoman.
And we are assuming that once you marry one of these people, you will fornicate with them.
Yes.
Have sex.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty easy. Fuck Gal Gadot. I mean Wonder Woman.
Gal,
Damn,
we
son.
love you. Gal, we
You
love you.
dirty bastard.
I would marry Vicky Vale because she's got a steady job at the newspaper or whatever, and then fucking kill Anne Hathaway because she can't be trusted. She'll take your necklaces.
Okay.
She'll steal your pearls.
She'll steal your pearls out of your safe.
Matthew.
Out of your butt.
Where are we going with
This is the rated.
Okay.
This is nerdy after dark. after dark nerdy.
Marry, fuck, kill.
I'm marrying Diana all
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Marrying Diana. Then who's left? Catwoman.
Catwoman and Vicky Vale.
I'd smash Catwoman. Vicky Vale could die.
El Nino.
I mean, she's old now.
No, this is like at the time.
Yeah, but she was whiny and needy
Yeah.
and
And she screamed a lot.
A
in
lot.
that fucking
She
movie.
really
a
did.
lot.
I gotta go. Honestly, Matt's list is the same as mine. I'm
Me
a
too.
marry Wonder Woman, fuck Anne Hathaway, and because I feel like she's bougie. You know what I mean? And not like as a person, as Catwoman. Anne Hathaway would love to have you on the show as well. But as Catwoman, you know,
put
plus
that
you
on a
trying to
button.
steal all our shit. Like
say it all the time.
I can't take you on public because you're trying to rob everybody. And then you're like,
Put that back.
Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale, you gotta go.
Put that back.
Yeah, like I want to marry Diana Prince. I want to marry Gal Gadot. Like I want to have a life with her and babies and all that. You know, like
That's not creepy.
For real. I love her smile, dude. She lights up the fucking room. And then Anne Hathaway, I love her whole vibe. Like I
I'm excited over there.
no man.
For those listening, please watch this on YouTube.
I love her whole vibe. Like she's like I feel like she's pretty, but like she would be pretty without makeup. You know, she's just her whole vibe, her features. I love it. And you know, Vicky Vale could go. Never been a huge Kim Basinger fan. I'm not a blonde guy, so I prefer brunettes. So we're gonna let Vicky Vale go ahead.
There you go. There you go.
You like that blonde from the mascara though?
Yeah. Well, until he fucked her up.
Well, ladies and gents, thank you for taking part in our review of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Go watch it. Go love it.
Go love it. Go watch it. Again, check out Saba's section if you want to break it up into 3 days, just to make your life a little bit easier. Big shout outs to our sponsors, Katie Simmons, the best realtor broker in all of the Carolinas. You can reach her at katie.simmons@allentate.com, as well as the Believe Podcast Network. And of course, Andrew Newman, attorney at law, keeping us out of trouble and out of jail.
I saw Andrew Newman last night. It was cool. He was at trivia.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Jerry, tell them about the trivia nights. For those of you here in the Greensboro area, Jerry, hit them off where you're at nightly.
So Tuesday nights, I'm over at Odin Brewing from 7 to 9 o'clock. And then Wednesdays, I'm at Stumble Stilskins downtown, 7:30. That starts at 7:30, ends whenever. No, it's not that long. And then I'm back at Stumbles on Friday nights, where it's more pop culture based there, with 3 rounds usually. And then I'm over at Speakeasy Tavern on Sundays from 7:30 till 9?
Yeah, about 9ish.
Yeah, that's all pop culture too, and that's a great new spot for me. It's really great.
Yeah. Yes. And then we also have the sports division of Zero Dark Nerdy. Our man Saba's going to fill you in on how to listen.
At WC Sports Pod, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us, like, subscribe. We always got episodes coming up most Tuesdays. Sometimes we don't feel like recording on Monday, so we'll come out on Thursday. But most of the time, new episodes every Tuesday. A lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff. We got a guest coming on this week.
Woo!
Super agent Sam Tiger. She is an NFL agent. We have her on. She also has a show on the Believe Podcast Network. So
that's her real name.
Yeah, her name's Sam Tiger. So check it out. It's going to be great. We're really looking forward to it.
There you go. Check them out. And then last but not least, be sure to check out our website, popculturepodcast.com, courtesy of our good friends over at Zibster. That is Zibster. If you are in the market for a very user-friendly website with phenomenal SEO services, be sure to hit up Zibster. And again, our website, popculturepodcast.com. On behalf of Jordan, who was not able to make it because he's working, big shout out to Green Valley Grill. We miss you,
Jordan.
We'll see you on the 2020 awards.
Check out Doodoo Brown on Twitch.
Boom. Yeah, he's blowing up. He's making money on that shit too.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yeah. So on behalf of Saba, Matthew, and of course Jerry. We are Zero Dark Nerdy, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah! Victory!
And anger management?
Fuck anger management.
Thank you for listening to Believe. You can show support to your host by subscribing to the show and giving us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform. Check us out at Believe.com and search for BLEAV on YouTube.
Hey, it's Michelle Beadle. That's right, the Michelle Beadle. You're welcome. You love talking about sports. I love talking about sports. You know the only thing cooler than talking about sports? Sports! And right now, all your favorite sports are on Sirius XM. I'm talking every NFL game, every game from the NBA, NHL, MLB, every NASCAR race, golf major conference college sports, and all the top games in the WNBA. If it gets your heart pumping, it's on Sirius XM. To start your free trial of Sirius XM today, visit SiriusXM.com/believe.